Hi, lovely beings! Yay! Here I am again. Was a while because I had like a whole uh, moving going on from one country to another country. So I'm still landing. We're now in Thailand. And it's really nice with the sun. We find a nice place, eating lots of fruits and eating lots of Thai curries. Just chilling, chillaxing in the garden here. Yay! And yeah, yesterday was again craziness happening. And of course, I'm in some Telegram groups that immediately get information. So I really could really immediately share already some things that like a lot of people were today was like finding out like what is this? What's this? About like what's happening in Australia. And indeed, if there were real people were dying and sick, like my heart goes out to them. But it's like quite obvious. It's like a false flag attack. And the same people were they were victims also in other attacks. It's like, it's all so staged and everybody sees through it. And my whole timeline is full with people saying how it's a false flag and a psyop and what is a psyop and question everything. And it's like, if you're like saying that you can't question everything, it means like you need to don't say anything. No, like question everything, like everything. So a lot of people are sharing about everything on my timeline. I'm like, yay! The propaganda and this whole with all the money in the world that they have, it's all glitching and it's all people seeing through it, seeing through the bullshit. Like, oh, the Muslims did it. The Muslims did it. No, and then you find out that they were part of the IDF. They served for the IDF. It's like crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, like it's really bad. Oh yeah. And then they're like, we have to have gun control. And I was like, yeah, in Australia they do have a lot of gun control. But no, you left someone on a tourist visa, got a license for 6 guns. Yeah, make that make sense. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So and the same crisis actors, and it was not only in the one in Australia. It was like the same one in Brown University where there was like also a mass shooting where they couldn't give any information. There was press conference and couldn't give any information because it's all fake. It's all fake. We're living in a Truman Show. We're living in a clown world, and every so-called terrorist attack, it's like an inside job to wage war on the people and to have more control and to have more. And they already know exactly what comes in place before it. So, and that's what they're like. They make the problem and then they got the solution already. Like, oh, the solution already came out already lots of times before it even. So like, I'm glad that lots of people were exposing it and was like, this is not true. But yeah, some people, you can't say anything because people are dying. Yeah, people are dying every day because of this fucking bullshit system that keeps people poor and in fear and deliberately poisons you with chemtrails and the food. Like, it's crazy what they put in the food. Like, and in America, more and more things are like being like, they say like, oh, this is bad, and in other countries they don't eat this. It's because like people, you're getting poisoned. It's like, why do there need to be like 43 ingredients in the McDonald's fries? Like, you just need potatoes, no? Oh, and even the oil can poison you, like the seed oils. Like, it's crazy, this reality. It's crazy, this reality. But yeah, I try to make sense of this reality and share some knowledge and try to help you become more healthy, enjoying your reality because of all the things that's going on. Like, that you don't like to get too swayed by whatever things coming up. And that you like stay in your center and stay balanced and keep reading and being as healthy as possible, because that's how you have the system becoming as healthy as possible. because they want you miserable and sick and not feeling well. And don't let them. I just now posted again about someone saying like psilocybin is like mushrooms, like you one dose and you don't need for a long time. You don't need antidepressants because it really helps people out of depression. So and it's far more natural than antidepressants because they want you to take those stuff for the rest of your life. And they don't go to root cause. So like, why do you have these problems? Well, what is happening? Like, what kind of trauma do you have? Like, and but I do that also with my healings. Like, there's people have no idea how much they're walking around with, like trauma of your past lives and from your youth and everything. And also all the things that you get are like, it's the chemtrails, it's the aluminium, it's like, and that is a lot of times, and bad digestion from all the shit that you're eating. It's like, you have to be like, don't think you're gonna be feeling good if you don't take action in that. You have to eat healthy, you have to do exercise, you have to sit in the sun. I sit in the sun, I just sat in the sun, I just have now a bit of a break. My face is probably very... Hey, Andre! Nice to see you! And thank you for all you do! And we were like, this night, I was half of the night up exposing another psyops, false flag attacks, always like inside. And lots of people seeing through it, lots of people sharing about it. It's like really crazy. You have the same crisis actors and all of the so-called terrorist attacks. And it's all staged and it's all fake in this clown world, in this Truman Show we are living in. And more people seeing through the bullshit and are waking up. And thank you, Andre, for all the work you do to wake up people. Trying to bring some common sense in this world. Because things doesn't make sense. But in my world, a lot of things make sense. If you understand, like a lot of people don't get it. And like don't understand what's happening. But I also just like, I just say, yeah, balance. Yeah. Hello, Iris. Oh, yes, my friend. Best oplossing. She says the best thing for depression is vertragen. Slowing down and see what brings you out of balance. And talking helps. Yes, talking helps. You always need people to talk to and it really, really helps. And so know that I'm always here, and you can always, send me a message in the DMs. I'm here to also be of service as a coach and a healer and holding space. And a lot of people say like they went through all of this awakening process all by themselves, but I'm glad that I at least had a mother who was also a healer, who I could always count on. And I know a lot of people don't have people around them. So, and it's like a lot of people that woke up also were disowned by their families. Like they don't understand them anymore. And I also lost friends in the process. And it's sad, like in the moment, like people don't message you back anymore. People make up a whole story in their head about you, who you did and why you did this and this. And it's like, no, like people have some people have a version of you in their heads that's not a real person anymore. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes you're the villain in their story and it's okay. But like, I'm still living my best life. And wherever I can help people with, I will. And that is that's my real passion. It's like helping people and understanding this reality and share the things that I found and share about the revelations and insights. That's why I make a lot of videos on YouTube and also with my partner. I'm so glad that I found someone who has a similar view of what's happening in the world and a similar insights, and we can share that together and we can make fun of things. Because if you see how bad it all is, and you can cry all day, like people thinking bombing children is normal, but I don't think that's normal. And that's happening too much. That's happening too much. Like, there's so much shit happening. And a lot of times we're not even aware of it. There's floods happening and people dying in those floods. And not much help is going there. Our whole village is taken away, or people being like really from real things happening, like the victims. And my heart goes out to all of them. And it's really crazy what's happening. But yeah, I also posted today 2 videos of Putin saying like, yeah, me like Russia attacking Europe is just absurd. It's just absurd. Like the people pushing this war agenda, only the EU leaders and the prime ministers of countries, and most people don't want war. Like it's completely absurd. And he also had made another video posted today also was directly to the people from Europe. And he's saying like the ones making the problems are your own leaders. And people need to see this, like for what it is. And in the meantime, don't sweat too much about like things that don't matter. Like be here, enjoy your life, keep breathing, keep like exercising, walking, biking, exercising. I love my yoga meditation. I need exercise today to like every day to stay in shape and have my mental health. It's like I need. And I do a lot of dancing as well. Just put some music on and dance. I love that too. And it really helps me as well. Because people that are healthy, they have like that thousands of dreams. Like I want to do this and this and this. And people sick have only one dream. They want to heal. So I'm grateful for the people that got sending me also DMs for like I have this or this and what can I do? Because there's a lot of things you can do that you can heal yourself with food and herbs only already. So yeah, you can do so much things, and also feeling your emotions, what's happening in your body, what's happening in your life, what is bringing you down, what is making you emotionally and feel that. Like I had one friend saying, feel it to heal it, but it really is like that. It really is that everything be felt. And when I was eating, I eat lots of fruits. I'm like, but I'm not eating full raw now, but I'm eating lots of fruit. But when I was eating only raw, like everything hit me so straight in the heart. Like if someone was shouting, I would like start crying because it came in like very much, or someone's angry and it just came in. And that is like, we have to like own our own emotional intelligence, our own emotional what's going on, instead of projecting that to others. And we can have all sorts of things going on without even noticing. Like we can be angry, we can be sad, we can project things, but also you have those triggers. But you have those triggers less when you had some sun, when you had a good night's sleep, when you had some exercises, when you did some breathing, when you were relaxed. You don't have them so much. So it's really about taking good care of yourself, of your own emotional, physical, mental state of mind, and not projecting that on others. And I have lots of things people projecting on me, and because they have a different version in their head about me, who I am. But it's all good. That's why I like that meme that I just shared. Like, you think I did this? I'm just like this. I did bad things. Yeah, you go ahead. I'll just keep living here my best life in peace. Yeah, and that's what I want to think. Be at peace, where you are, who you are, what you're doing, and that's so important. Be at peace. I had like a crazy half-year roller coaster. Oh, I went to Mexico, to Holland. I had a crazy roller coaster, really crazy roller coaster. And I hardly had time for myself. And now I have more than enough time for myself. And I feel like I'm still landing. I'm still calibrating and real getting back to myself. Yeah. Yes, just ate half a watermelon in my garden. Like here. Ta-da! It's in my beautiful new space. where I'm living with hydro, and we have, yes, it's amazing. It's so amazing. When I hear the birds, I hope you hear the birds. And at night I hear the crickets, and in the morning I hear the birds. The whole day you hear the birds. I'm so glad I'm back into nature. Yes, I'm very glad I'm back into nature. Because I lived for many years in Portugal, nature, and then in Mexico we lived 3 up high, and like an apartment 3 up high. But at least I had like a swimming pool around the corner, so I could every day I could go at the swimming pool and meet people, so that was nice. But now having a garden again is so nice, so nice, so nice. Yes, I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, who knows what from the silence, from the peace, from the stillness I have here, what comes out of that again. So definitely will be creating more things. But a lot of people think I'm like, yeah. Probably think like I'm on social media all day, but not. Mostly in the morning and the evening. And the rest I'm just cooking and dancing, watching things, doing things. Yeah, there's so much to do here. There's so much to do here and to see. So I'm like very excited. Now we're landed, so I'm like looking like very excited to go on hikes, to go to markets, and to meet up more people. There's so many events happening here, and we are like in Chiang Mai, Thailand in the north. We have like view on the biggest mountain, and yeah, there's so much things happening for expats and things for like gatherings, and also like a much like good prices, or like a lot of things are like even free. And that was in Mexico, like things were so expensive, and then like the normal people there couldn't even go there. So it's like everything, like in Mexico is really everything, like a lot of times for the tourists. And yeah, I was liking it, but it was really expensive in Mexico. But we were also in a tourist area, so. But it's when you see the locals not thriving, then it's not always. Yeah, you feel that. You feel that. But here, like you see, like you can just like for 100 baht, you can get 5 kilos of rice. 100 baht is $2.50 or 60 something. Almost, it's $2-3. So you have like 5 kilos of rice. So no one has to starve here. People don't have to starve here. The prices are so cheap. The people can do all sorts of work, like everywhere, and like there's much more like people want to help you. People want to be of service. People are like much more like peaceful. And I think that's also like a Buddhist country, the peace of that as well. So there's like really tranquil and peaceful here, and I'm really glad that we ended up here. And it was not even in our plans. We first wanted to stay in Holland, but we couldn't even find a proper house. Yeah, we couldn't find a proper house for rent. We could only find places that were like 2,000. They were like 2,000 a month. Crazy. And we like even small places. And I was like, how can these people ask that? But they can ask that. And I also, my heart goes out for all those hundreds of thousands of people that are looking for houses. But it's like, it's artificially, it's in place, that whole housing crisis. It's made like that. And the government even makes like more rules that people don't want to rent out their house anymore. So there were like less and less rental places available also for people. And they make it more difficult. They make it difficult to afford to live in this reality. Like some people can't even afford to live anymore in this reality. It's so crazy. It's really, really crazy. So, and also, like, if you're in a Western country, you need to know how much you're being effed in the ass from. Prices are crazy. Like, I had a friend in Canada saying how much she needed to pay for her phone and for the phone and per month how much she needed to pay. And in other countries, it's very cheap. Like, and then you can go to that country to get that. And it's like, and then the prices in Holland and stuff for electricity and gas, they artificially put it so high. And who benefits is the big companies. It's the big companies. It's one big scheme where we're living in. It's like one big crazy reality. But also know that there's some things that you could do that don't cost anything. There's a lot of people who are like, yeah, but I don't have the money for this or that. No, it doesn't have to cost money. Breath work doesn't cost money. Walking doesn't cost money. Sitting in the sun, taking some time for yourself. Exercises, eating healthier food, like making right choices. Because if you go to organic farmers, it's a lot of times it's not much more pricey. I went in Holland. I went to the farmers. It was like cheaper. So like you can find so many creative ways to to um, to pay less money or do things for free even that don't even cost money. So and so I share also ways like how can you navigate in this reality even without having much money and eat healthy and be peaceful and be yourself and yeah, you get freer and freer, and that's what I'm all about, like living, being free, being me as much as possible as I can be. And the people who get it are the people who get it. And the people that don't get you, that will make up a story in their head. Or like they have all sorts of things saying to you. And then you need to like almost apologize for being you. Or almost like explain why you did to do this and this and this. But the people that want to misunderstand you will always misunderstand you. So don't try to like make them understand. They will. So maybe one time people later on they'll understand, or maybe they hop on later on, or maybe you have to let them go. And I already had to go so many places and people, and it's not easy. In the past, I was always like crying when I had like worked 1 year at a place, and I had to not, and I saw those people every day for lots of hours, and I had to let go of these people, and it was like, I was already crying. I was like whole day, I was like crying, like I have to let these people go. And since then, I had to let go of so many people, so many places. But a lot of people still stay in my heart, always. Still always stay in my heart, always. And I'm really grateful for the people, also the people that are here. Thank you. And also the people who are in a similar path. And doing the best they can, and know that everybody doing the best they can from their perception. And you keep learning and you keep healing and you keep growing, and every time you find new ways of dealing with things and understanding things. And that's why whatever I find, the inside of whatever I'm learning, I always share it, because I know other people we learn from each other. We have each other's, like, we have puzzle pieces for each other. We all have such big puzzle pieces with each other. And that's why I love talking with other people for my podcast. I had such an amazing podcast on my YouTube. And I also had like a whole series of real talks. They were awesome as well. And you can check my YouTube, Miss Hellbreakers, my YouTube links in my bio. And I have also the YouTube with my partner. It's called Forever Awesome 888. And we just want to let people know that they are awesome. We want to let them know, like, you're awesome. And you don't have to convince yourself, or other people have to appreciate you, or like put you on a pedestal and say how awesome you are. Just know that from inside of you. So then it radiates outside. And a lot of time we have a lot of love for everybody and kindness for everybody, but it's also important that you're kind and loving to yourself. That's the most important. How do you talk to yourself? I was very critical of myself. Oh, no, I hated myself in the past, and I was very critical of myself. But I think I'm still my biggest critic. So whatever anybody says to me, it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. But I'm getting more lighter and softer also to myself. And that's what I also want to have, the softness in the world. You don't want to be more harder, so it doesn't matter what's happening in the world, and you don't mind what's happening. No, it's a softness. You mind when things are happening, and you mind when there's atrocities, and when there's injustice, and there's real things happening. And then that's why a lot of people sharing the same things, hey, this is not true, this is all made up BS, what's happening. And that's what I also try to say. I'm very much about coaching and healing, but more and more I'm also about writing my books. I'm writing more and more books. Yes, my next book's probably going to be about psychedelics, because I'm very excited about those. But I'm more excited about being naturally high. Being naturally high. Let go of all the things that take you down, and your natural being is being joyful and peaceful and happy inside of yourself, and find that inside of you. And then you feel when you're not aligned, and how to get back to it. And also feeling that when you're not aligned, you're feeling shitty. It's a crappy day, but you can shift the energy. Sometimes you just need to be in it and to feel it, to go through it. And sometimes you have to just change the energy. Do something that will make you happy, and do something that gives you fulfillment, or go out of the house and do something crazy. You can shift any moment, any time when you feel like it. And go for a walk. That what I did in Holland. The best thing for me to stay sane in that reality was walking. I walked almost every day, an hour or so. So that was really nice. And there's you need to take time for yourself. You have to find time for yourself. And when you get that, then you feel much more relaxed. Yes. And that's what I want to share. I share so many tools, so many things in my backpack. I made a book, Heal Yourself and Others, with, I don't know, numerous things that you can do to heal yourself and others. And and I just keep sharing tools, and she keeps sharing insights, and keep sharing information, and keep sharing deeper truths that you don't find everywhere on internet. That's why I'm also got sometimes I'm I'm lower in the feed, but yeah, I'm already grateful that I still have about the same profile. I saw one person has its 4th profile or 11th profile, and I'm grateful for these people, because they're sharing things that no one will see, not many people will see, but then also need to be shared. Yes, I'm grateful for everybody. I'm grateful for all of you as well. Whatever you're sharing in this world, how important that is. And I also know that this will be deleted in 30 days. It's funny. That's why lots of times I'll go also online on my computer, and I do restream, and then I'm also here online, but also on YouTube. So it stays on my YouTube, because then you can make content that always stays there. And that's why and it's with TikTok the same. You're just live there at that moment, but short videos stay for longer. So, but also I share in the moment what I want to share. Sometimes it's very short, sometimes it's much longer. I thought this would be a short one, but apparently it's much longer than I envisioned. But that's what you have. Whatever comes out in a moment is what needs to come out. And that I learned with a lot of group work. And I'm really grateful for that. I did a lot of circles and online circles, and sharing whatever needs to be shared in the moment. And I'm grateful for all the teachers that I met during all these years. And yeah, And that's why we have the keys. We have the keys of liberating. Like we have to be like the ones. Um, what they say was like someone's like, "No, we're not a roadmap. We're like the coordinates. We're letting people know what they can do and how they can do things, because we're just figuring itself out. Like we are just figuring this whole reality out. Like we're just winging it. We're just winging it, finding out by doing it, experimenting here, there, what helps, what doesn't help, and sharing what helps for us. Because we're the biggest experiment. We're like that we are, and just like we just want to help people and understand. Yeah, help people make a bit of sense out of this reality that doesn't make sense. Oh, maybe this is too much sun. so I, so that's what I want to do. And like know if you need any help, I'm here, and know that I have like in my bio you find also all my books that can also help lots of people. I'll keep making more books. And yeah, so just living my best life as much as possible. And I'm grateful for all the people that I connect with on and offline. Because like a lot of times you might find people and they don't really fully understand you. So that's why it's like I really like social media, because there's people that really understand you, and like you're not crazy. Like you're like there's actually something going on, and you're like picking that up. You're seeing through the bullshit. You're seeing through the BS in this world, and then you're like wanting to let people know, like, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone doing this. You're not alone figuring this out. Not alone trying to be the best version of, like, not the best version, like more authentic versions, more yourself, like what you can be. And I did a lot of work on myself to be where I am right now. I did a lot of work on myself. Lots of family constellations, lots of, yeah, lots of ceremonies, lots of going to the deep dark nights of the soul. And yeah, lots of healing work, Also myself, healings on myself. I think the first, before I even started giving healings, I first like did a half year only on myself. Like almost every day. And lots of yoga, meditation, reading, retreats. Oh my God, like every book that could help me. But nowadays I'm most like sharing it myself. But I'm still learning every day, and I'm like a sponge, like for new information and insights and things happening. Like I'm like a sponge of of everything actually. I find new things and I share about it, and but what is most important for me is that everything has meaning, and it's the meaning also we give to it. Like everything has a deeper purpose. I'm here to have a deeper purpose. Like otherwise, what is the sense of what I am? But it's like things that I didn't know before and was like looking for the answers. I found them. And that's why I share this, like, because some people are looking for certain answers that I might looking for the answers I might need the answers to. So, and other people have again the answers for me that I'm looking for. And but know that like everything will be revealed always in the right time, in the right moment. And yeah, that is like this is interesting reality we are in. Really interesting reality. So I just wish everybody the best in this reality, and that's why I share what I share. Because once you've been through lots of suffering, you don't want anybody else to suffer in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally. So yeah, I think that is what you want. But it's also how I grew up. Like my parents are both like really like sweet people that want to help others as well. Like everybody was always welcome. People that needed help were always welcome. You were always ready to help each other, and it's like that is like, that's why my core being is like that. Like you want to help people and help them figure things out. And because there's a lot of people here like that are suffering in different ways. And yes, I'm like when I make videos, I look like, oh, happy, happy, joy, joy. And I'm like, I have also days I feel miserable and I'm crying on the couch, and especially when I'm having my period. So, and it's like, I have like, oh, women that have to go through this every month. Those are real heroes. Oh my. Yeah. But it's funny, like, if you're like more sensitive and you feel more things, it's a much more emotional process than you were in the past. You wouldn't even, you didn't even have time to feel what you're feeling. In the past, I didn't even I didn't know what I was feeling emotionally. I had like no idea. I was just stuffing myself and not the idea that I was like emotionally eating or not feeling my emotion. Or if someone was like, how are you feeling? Oh, good, good. Like I never knew what I was feeling. So when I got my burnout and someone saying, yeah, but you can't, because I was always the happiest person coming to my job, like, hello, good morning every day. And then I got my burnout and someone saying like, yeah, no wonder you can't be happy every day. I'm like, I'm now even happier because I'm like consciously happy, like choosing certain things that make me happy and what doesn't make me happy. So you are going to be happier. And then they thought it was not possible. But people that know me know that I'm like the most happiest person that you ever saw. And regardless of what kind of circumstances, like I had so much shit happening, I was still always smiling. I had so much shit happening, and I was going through the deepest, darkest pits of my despair. And someone said, "Oh, I need a healing," and I was still there. I was completely there. But that's what is holding space. If like you're beyond your own suffering, beyond what's happening in your life, you're there also for it, and you make space, you hold space, and yeah. So I'm ready to hold space again. Ready to help. Ready to shift some energy for people that need to do some energy work, healing work. Just like you can DM me and all sorts of things. So I'm just happy that I can be of service and that I have the time and I have the energy. Like not a lot of people, like especially when you have a job, especially when you have children. I understand you have to take care of that. That's your priority. Like you have, and your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, that has your priority. But I'm like beyond that, have like more energy to like research in the middle of the night what is happening in the world to share about that as well. So apparently I have room for that as well. So I have room. Yeah, and yeah, because it gives me purpose as well. But in the meantime, I'm just like keep sharing and my books and writing books and watching interesting things. I'm very much about like watching documentaries and series and movies that inspire me. So I'm probably going to be sharing a lot more about that as well because people are really interested. They need some time like to if they have time, what do you do with it? To make sure you make the best out of your time. To do what you feel like, what you like, what makes you happy. Not me, what makes me happy is making videos and sharing and go live and sharing what I learned and sharing whatever comes up in that moment. So I really love doing that. And I get energy from it. So I feel really good doing this. So yeah, this makes me happy. So thanks for being here. But this sharing already makes me happy. So, and I don't even know if I can download it. Maybe I do. Maybe I can, and I will share it on my YouTube. But that's why I share YouTube. It's much easier for people that's like short, one subject, and that's it. Like, and that will stay always there forever. But yeah, if I'm sharing, I share from this, and yeah, just hope it's entertaining for you as well. So, and but it's always with a good intention, with a good heart, and I use my inner being to help And yes, I have, of course, I'm like traumatizing my young people not listening or not being there or not understanding me or not giving me any attention or whatever. But that's like, I use that as I transform that in something that is good, that really like helps people and supports people and help you understand this reality a bit better. So it's easier on you. May this reality be easier on you. And may everybody seeing this, may this reality be easier on you. So universe, make this reality easier. Oh, I see a butterfly. Oh. I just know one person who also gets very excited about butterflies. It's my friend who got very excited about butterflies. Oh, may this universe be more easy on you and on all of us. May we connect with each other. May we see each other in the light of love and connection and forgiveness and peace and beauty. May more beauty around you. May you feel more fulfilled. May you feel more beauty around you. Yes. Inside of you and outside of you. And the more you have that love and beauty inside of you, the more it will reflect back at you. But sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Sometimes you have days that you have to breathe through it and distract yourself or eat something that you need to eat. Eat that cake. Eat the cake. Not every day, of course. Sometimes. Or balanced out with lots of fruits. Yeah. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. Yeah. So the best thing that I want to leave you with is like what I was saying, but also the view. I want to leave you with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view. Yes. Birdies everywhere. Banana trees. Mango, papayas. Yes. This beautiful view. In this garden. Just in front of my house. How great is this? So. Oh. So lots of love for me. And I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, wishing you everybody all the best. Yes, much love.